Let's give me a map of where I live.
And we are live. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Morning Cup of Joy. Yes, we're running a few minutes late, but you know what? We are in perfect divine time. And I am so happy to have with me this morning Deirdre Fitzsimmons. Good morning, Deirdre.
Hi. Oh my God.
Just breathe. Yeah, it's been interesting trying to find everything so that Deirdre can
I
have
have a
all.
big gray box right now. A big
She has a
gray
big
box.
gray box. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's trying to find us on Facebook. So we're going to be very patient while all of us find it and share it out.
Oh
So
my God. Okay.
so everyone help us right now when you see the live. Just click on it and hit that share button because sharing is caring, right, Deirdre?
Yeah, sharing's caring. Sure is.
And we have Julie Kiss, Prachir, and good morning to everyone that's finding us now.
I can't find us.
She can't find us. We're lost.
Oh my God. I am a hot mess here.
And that's okay. You know, when we can laugh at ourselves, then we have more joy in life. And that's our goal. Our goal is to
Oh,
have what?
I,
Morning cup of
I
joy.
could see Preacher. Preacher. Is that how you say it?
Prachir.
Preacher. Preacher. And Julie Kiss. Hi. I
Oh, she
got
found us!
it.
Yay! Let's celebrate.
Yes.
Celebrate. Let's dance to the music.
Oh my God, I am sweating. I am in a
I
sweat here.
know. I know. It shouldn't be stressful. This is fun.
Yeah, fun. Hi, Luann.
Luann's here. Wendy says good morning to
Hi,
both of us.
hi, Wendy.
Oh, and Wendy says it's nerve wracking going live, Deirdre.
Yes, it is that.
Yeah, it can be, absolutely. And especially when electronics are not cooperating, right?
And I am so not good. I am not tech savvy at all. I hang out and hope for the best, you know?
Yeah, but you got us now, and
I
that's
do.
what's important.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, and we have so many people jumping on.
Hi, Richard Morrow.
Yeah, and Wendy's shared it to the group. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that.
Wendy rocks.
And my friend Tammy Sanders is on, and she says, I have my caramel latte here and a smile, wishing everyone a magical day.
Well,
Oh,
that's
thank
nice. Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Good
I
morning, Jean
appreciate that.
Lorio.
Hi, Jean.
She's on, you probably don't see her. She's on YouTube watching us.
I don't. I see Julie Kiss down there saying, "No worries, thank you." No, I'm beyond
No
worried
worries.
now.
Yeah.
The worried. This is the aftermath of worry right
Yeah. Now you're smiling. See?
now.
I'm so glad you're here with me. Oh my gosh, we have so many beautiful people jumping in. Sharon Boyle is here.
Hi, Sharon Boyle.
Linda Lemieux,
Linda.
Marianne Malone, Cindy. Good morning to you.
I'm
And
seeing hearts. Oh, thank you.
Sherry Seymour. Hi, honey.
And
And
Terry.
our Diana is here saying good
Diana's in the
morning.
house.
Yes, she is. Christine O'Rourke. So good to see you. And Robert Dosa just showed up.
I see.
Yay. So now that we have the drama and the trauma out of the way, how are you doing this morning?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm good. Well, now I'm better. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now that we got all that out of the way, we cancel, clear, delete all of that energy. And now it's just time to have fun. And
I'm good, especially since I did that regression thing with Gerald Ann, because I was always like on myself for not being able to connect and not being able to be where everybody, all my besties are, and they're having all these great experiences, and then there was me. So, you know, finding out though, I am not. exercising my gifts right now because that is the plan. That's this is where I am, where I'm supposed to be right now. And
Right.
that is an enormous weight lifted off of me.
Yeah,
You
no
know?
pressure,
Oh,
right?
right.
Yeah, yeah.
That was big for me because for the first time I'm so like just careful. Even after we were done with the set, I still get these waves of calm just come
Mhm.
over. I am so grateful for Geraldine. She's
Yes, me
like,
too. Yeah. I'm so glad you had that experience. But you know that it's there. You know you have
oh
access to
yeah, I
it.
know I
That
have
there's no
that.
pressure now.
Right. Because I
Yeah.
was always told, you have these gifts, and I was like,
Mhm.
well, no. And now I
Yeah.
know they are there. They are there. And you know
Yes.
what I found out when I found out that yes, when we were doing the dragon, I met my dragon Sadie,
Yeah.
and every now and then I'll say, Sadie, you still here? And she tickles my solar plexus. So I say, thank you. She's
Oh,
here.
how cool. So her name's Sadie.
Sadie, yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, she's sweet. Her scales don't feel like scales. They smooth,
Yeah,
and
smooth
she's
and
got
soft.
this bluish purple kind of iridescent look. Big
Right?
blue eyes.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
love the dragon energy.
Mm,
It's so different than you would imagine.
I know.
Yeah, when you think about how media has portrayed them
Yeah.
as
Well,
like
look what the media has done to witches.
well, yeah, to everything,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, like in movies and everything, they've been
Yeah, dragons are
portrayed
big,
as
scary killers.
mean and scary, and they're not at
Even in
all.
Trek, they make the dragon scary at first.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm so glad that we have this awakening to what dragon energy really is
Right.
and how we can work with it and really bring it into our lives and our experience and just have guidance from them.
Hmm.
They're very wise.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see what everybody's doing. Can you see the
Yeah.
comments
What's
now?
everybody doing in the world after COVID and protests and all of that madness going on? What are we folks doing?
Yeah, what are we doing? I'm um I'm starting to reintegrate. I had my first experience out at a restaurant. I talked about that yesterday. Still not sure I want to do that a whole lot though, Deirdre. I'm just, I'm very much into organic food and
Mhm.
making sure that everything that I put in my mouth is what I know what's in there. And
Yeah,
when you go to a restaurant, you don't really know, do
I
you?
don't do restaurants mostly because I
Yeah.
can't afford them. But even if I could, I don't know what they're putting in on the plate.
Yeah.
I know what I'm eating when I make it. And I'm not taking chances because I mean they put like for one thing they put sugar in everything, and I'm trying to
Yes.
not do that so much. And then there's the chemicals. I know what
Yes.
I'm eating when I make it. So
Yeah, and you don't know the quality of food that they're buying either, that they're serving
right,
you,
or even where they're getting it.
where they're getting it, and that's one thing that we can control when we do our own.
Right,
Like you go to Trader Joe's. I
I
have a
do.
Trader Joe's and a Whole Foods, so
Hmm.
that's where I get my any of my food that I buy.
Yep. So we have Catherine has showed up, and Becky, and
Hi,
Tony.
Tony's here, Sally's here. Oh, it's
Hi,
so good to
Sally.
see you all. Okay, so let's see what people are saying to us this morning.
Good morning. We're saying good mornings.
Good
It's good
morning. Good
morning. It is
morning.
a good morning.
It really is a good morning. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel this morning because I was a little agitated when I went to
Yeah,
bed.
well, that would happen with these people rocking you all night with the
Oh my
electric
gosh.
sound stuff that they call music.
Yeah, I know. I live on a canal and my apartment sits at like a turn, a corner in the canal, and there's houses all down the street to the left of me. And the neighbor right beside of me in the house decided to have a party outside last night. That was so nice of them because they had a DJ and they loved to share their music. And this went on for, I think it was like 5 hours of music. It honestly, it sounded like I was playing the music inside my apartment. That's how loud it was. And
Oh,
it was, some of it was good, but some of it was not so good. And that's how it, you know, how when you go, I don't know if you know, I'm just asking, if you go to a dance place, bar, club, they always increase the volume of the music at the end of the night. I don't know why. It's just this thing, like maybe it signals the end of the night.
maybe they're telling
Well,
you to get your dance out and get out.
yeah. So that's what happened. And it was like the last 30 minutes or so, it was so loud. And I'm going, wow, it has to be time for it to end now. And I'm looking up at the angels. Can you go over there and make them stop?
There you go.
But you know what? It's all good. It's just a short blip in the whole scheme of things, isn't it?
Well, Terry, you don't sleep a whole lot anyway, so
I don't.
it's
I
kind of
get
your
maybe,
norm.
yeah, maybe 4 or 5 hours at night, but I wanted a quiet night.
That would have been good.
I don't always get what I want, Deirdre.
Well, Nick Jagger told us that a long time ago.
This is true. All right, so let's see what's going on. Wendy's got a bright sunny day where she's at. Yeah, we do too,
Yeah, me
actually.
too.
Yeah,
Sunshine.
sunshine. Don't we love that?
We do.
It's like the in between because we are in hurricane season right now.
Oh,
So any of these sunny days that we get, I appreciate them because it's a lot of rain that happens during hurricane season. Okay, and
Prachir was saying something about the restaurants.
can you see it? Because I don't see his yet.
Okay. It says here in India, the restaurants have opened. Oh, though the restaurants opened up, but people are still wary of going out dining. It's not
Yeah.
the same anymore. Lots of restrictions. Better to have pure, sumptuous, and unadulterated. Oh, there's more. uh, oh, home cooked food. Poor Etta has to bear with my cooking.
I'm sure it's delicious.
It's fine.
Yeah, and they're having a really hard time over there where they are in Delhi with
Oh,
COVID
yeah?
and a big
Oh,
increase in the COVID cases.
okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Diana's being a slug this morning. That's all right. You were probably up late watching TikTok. See, I'm going to out you on here.
And she's got young ones. That'll wear you down.
And Sally's saying good morning.
Morning, Sally. Oh, it's chilly over there.
And I love Jean Lorio. The dragons have the wisdom of the ages. Your dragon, Terry, needs to keep track of your keys.
Oh,
I need to get a spare key made. That's on my list of to dos. And keep that in my car or in my purse or somewhere and not lock myself out anymore. So, you know, my friend Deb Goldberg, she everything is a metaphor. When you do something or something happens, it's all a metaphor. And I'm like, all right, what's my metaphor for locking myself out of my own house? I'm not sure yet what that is, Deirdre.
okay. Well, we'll figure it out. There'll be one.
Yeah.
I have a rock that you can hide the key in and put it outside. But
Oh,
where I live here wouldn't it wouldn't be good. My keys went to one of my. I have a neighbor. Every time I leave to visit my daughter in Indiana, she'll feed my cat for me. So I feed her cat when she visits her daughter. So she has my keys, just in
yeah.
case I get locked out again, because I've done it.
Yeah, it's no fun, is it? As soon as you close that
Oh,
door.
right? Panic, instant panic.
Yeah, I used to, my best friend used to have the key to my apartment, but then they changed my door last year with
Oh,
new keys. and I have not taken the time to have a spare made. I guess this was my wake up to say, hey, you really need to have that spare key.
Yes, it's time.
And isn't that interesting? Sometimes we wait until something happens before we know the obvious that we're supposed to be doing and we don't do it.
Yes,
That ever
a lot,
happened to you?
all the time, all the time. I am not all that, focused, shall we say? I tend
Yeah.
to get scattered.
Yeah.
There's nothing really for me to focus on now. I'm not working. And then there's all of this stuff going on. So the things I do focus on are fun for me, So
Oh,
like taking care of other stuff that I might need later is not something that it's just not there. And
yeah.
that's fine. I give
That's
myself
fine.
permission to be this way.
Yeah, exactly. When we don't put any pressure on ourselves, we have so much more fun in life, don't
Yeah.
we? Yeah. When we don't have all the shouldas.
Yeah, I don't shit all over myself.
Yeah. I try not to, but there are moments like that when I do this and I'm going, you should have made that spare key.
Luann has something she's saying. Deirdre, I was recently told that I am clairaudient and clairvoyant, which will soon open for me. I've been clairsentient for about a year now. Time will tell if it's true. It's true, Luann. It's true.
Hmm. Yeah. We all have those
We
gifts.
all have it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And, it takes a little bit of practice to really acknowledge them. And yeah, just be gentle with yourself. This is what I tell everybody when we talk about the clairs. Be gentle with yourself and no pressure. There's absolutely no pressure. It'll happen when you. It's in those moments that you relax with it. That's when it happens. Okay, so Catherine said she went to a bonfire last night and did a fire
Mm,
ceremony, and she thought about us all being there with her. I love that.
that's cool. Thanks.
I love bonfires.
Me
They are
too.
so much fun.
And you see all the shapes and the flames and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, very interesting what happens when you have a fire going like that.
Hmm.
There's all kinds of things that you see in the fire.
Well, my daughter lives in Indiana and they have a campsite. So every time I go up there, that's the first place we go for the first couple of days. And there's a big campfire there that they have. And it's nice. I love that.
Yeah.
Actually, she lives close to a forest. My daughter lives near a forest, for God's sakes. It's beautiful
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah. What part is she in New York?
Fishers, Indiana.
Indiana. I have family in Indiana. Yeah, that's where my
Beautiful.
older sister is. It is beautiful country up there. They own quite a bit of land that they rent out to farmers.
Mm.
So they have a lot of a lot of like nature stuff near them.
Yeah.
All the mountains and trees. I love it. And Linda Lemieux, I think I said she was on here, and she's talking about Catherine's bonfire, and she says we'll do that again. Yes, we will. Yeah. All right. Robert Dosa's in the house and says he's having a really beautiful day and he'll catch some suntan after work. Good for you. Yeah. All right. What else we got? Jasmine is here.
Jasmine.
Awesome. In the house. I think a few people might have jumped in while we were chatting. Let's see.
Actually, they're
Barb-
chatting amongst themselves.
I know, right? Uh, Barbara Filowski is here. Good morning, Barbara.
Barbara,
And Kamal Shah.
come on.
And let's see, who else jumped in that I didn't see? I see them on my phone if they don't make a comment. I have to scroll back and see who's in the house.
Raise your hand. Say I'm here.
Okay, Gabby has a long one. Do you want me to read hers?
Yeah.
Gabby says, so I had something interesting happen my
Mm.
last night. I stayed at the old 135-year-old farmhouse.
Wow.
I've got to see that. She says she used to live there. Rosa was the matriarch of the family that built the house and has been seen there before, but not by me. While I lived there, I knew she was around, but definitely wasn't in the place to interact with her. I got up around 3 a.m. to use the bathroom and had to walk through the kitchen. I could feel her there, but was scared, so put my robe over my head so I couldn't look. This morning I woke up with two large scratches. One
Oh,
on my left leg, like it's big, and quite a big one above my right eye. I feel like she's been trying to get my attention. Do you think?
wow. Little bit. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
So
interesting,
Terry, what do
Gabby.
you do then? What does she do? Like would you ask, why you scratching me? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, exactly. I've I've done house clearings where the person in the house has ended up with scratches on their body that are unexplained. I've had one time that happened to me. The thing is to if you know that there's something there, some disembodied spirit is what I call it. I don't call them ghosts because that goes back to like Ghostbusters, all of the again, the media concept of what a disembodied spirit is all about. So if you know for sure that that's there, you can definitely do all the protective work, cover yourself in the white light. What I do is I sage, and then I say, only love and light is welcome here. So if they're not of the light, then, they can't be in the same place with me. But if they need help crossing over or moving on from where they are, if they're creating some type of disturbance in the house, then I always ask, why are you here and how can I help you? So many times, if you open it up to them with that kind of conversation, how can I help you? That's non threatening. That's not saying you got to go, before you find out what that's all about and how you might be able to help this person or this soul, the spirit that's there. So, Gabby, if you're open to that, just try to get out of the fear by protecting your energy first. Do all the protective work, call in Archangel Michael. I'm pretty sure you were in the class where I gave you the shield of Archangel Michael, which is a protective Reiki attunement, and just open up the conversation, open up to be able to hear what this spirit wants to say. And maybe there is a big message that she wants to give. Maybe she's tired of being there and wants to move on, or maybe that's where she decided that's where she's going to be. That happens too. Who are we to say where somebody's going to spend their afterlife after they leave their body? So those would be my suggestions. Deirdre, any thoughts or
I was
ideas?
just wondering, do you think the spirit needs to be moved on? I mean, why are they stuck there? Maybe they just need help getting moved on.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I find a lot of times when I talk to them, like when I say, how can I help you? Then that opens up for them to let me know. I don't know how to move on. And I've heard that so many times. I don't know how to do this. And I always ask them, don't you want to go see your loved ones? Don't
Hmm.
you want to be around that energy of the people that's in your soul group and those that, you're connected to when you were here on earth and you're still connected to them in spirit? So I approach it from that angle and just ask, how can I be of assistance? And then if they indicate that yes, they do want to go to that next step, then I call in the angels. Archangel Azrael and Archangel Zadkiel are the ones that will help them, and Archangel Michael, of course, will help them to.
Archangel Michael's like the go-to guy.
He's my go-to man. Yeah, I always feel his energy in everything that I do. He's always there, and I talk to him a lot. I
And what
talked to
is,
him last night, but I don't think he was hearing me.
all right, yeah. The neighbors, Archangel Michael, have him tone it down over there.
I asked that, and the music lowered for a minute, but then I think they must have had somebody come in and say, "Okay, let's party."
Maybe he joined in the party. So Terry, you can get later.
So that would be my suggestion is
Well, how
go
if
when
she's
you're
not
hungry.
confident that she can do that? What if she wanted to like maybe call in a priest or something? Would
Mhm.
that work too? I
Yeah,
mean, something
absolutely.
has to be done,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Those are the phone calls that I get a lot. They're either scared of what they're hearing or seeing in the house or feeling, and they can't deal with it because of that fear. That's a block to being able to hear and see. So I get the phone call, can you get it out of here? So I go in, and one of the most interesting ones that I did, Deirdre, I had the phone call, and it was like they're turning my lights on and turning the fan on, turning the TV on, and moving things around in the house. And I'm like, okay, okay,
Yikes.
calm down. So I went, and I'm in the room where most of that activity was going on, and I'm just standing there and I'm just asking to communicate and saying, I'm here. How can I help you? I'd love to communicate with you. And all of a sudden, the lamp came on all by itself. And then it kept getting brighter. It looked like the sun was shining inside this house.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, seriously now, let's calm down. So I just started carrying on a conversation and found out that it was somebody that was there for that person that
Okay.
was living in the house. Um, this spirit had been a nurse, and the person in the house had a lot of physical problems as well as a lot of anxiety and claustrophobia and agoraphobia.
Jeez.
So this spirit felt like she was there to protect her. And I'm like, okay, but you're not protecting, you're making her upset.
Scaring the crap out of her. Yes.
Yeah. So I was able to explain, that what she was doing was not helping at all, and that it was okay to release this person from her care. She could discharge her.
So that,
And
so she was
and
reasonable. Are they reasonable all the time?
no, no, not all the time, but most of the time, if you approach them like we're having a conversation, if you approach them that way and be open and say, I'd love to work with you, I'd love to hear the story, what's going on, why you're here, and can I help you, how can I help you
Okay.
to go on, to enjoy life and have your life.
Mhm.
And then most of the time they are willing to do that, and I cross them over. But sometimes there are those that won't, and I tell them in those cases, well, you can't stay here, you can't
Right.
be here because there's people that are still in their bodies that want peace and they want calm in their house, and they want to be able to live in a place where they're not being constantly disturbed by lights coming on and TVs coming on and things
And don't
being
they need
moved
permission to do that?
to
To
move
be
the
there.
objects.
To be there. Don't they need permission? No?
No,
Oh, okay. Well, I guess if you can go through walls, maybe not, yeah.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. It once you're in spirit, you can be anywhere. You can be many wheres. You're not
Okay, I
limited.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not limited by the human bodies. So, yeah, it's
So the shows are wrong then. You don't they can just show up. You don't have to give permission.
mhm, right. But once it's acknowledged that that spirit is there and it's uncomfortable for the humans that are in the
Mhm.
house, then they have the say so, and they're like, I don't want them here. They need to go. And I'm like, okay, let's deal with it. I always try to stay calm and not go into the panic that the person is in that's dealing with this on a constant basis, and talk reasonably.
Well, that right there is a talent to stay calm in the storm. That, not a whole lot of people can do that.
Yeah, that's true. And it again, I go back to all of what we've been shown, which is not reality,
Hmm.
about what this is. Just even the word ghost, I just cringe at that. I'm like, they're not ghosts. They're
Mm,
spirits.
right.
They used to inhabit a human body.
Yeah.
They went through experiences just like we did.
Right.
So showing compassion to them is the first thing and the best thing that can happen. Just letting them know we see you. I see you.
Hmm.
And let's work together and get you to where it's a better place for you.
Oh,
So, yeah,
absolutely.
I love doing this kind of work.
Well, that is what more profound work could you do? You know,
Yeah, it's
even they really. I mean, that you're giving person the kind of peace that they couldn't get anywhere else.
yeah, exactly.
Wow, I want to be you when I grow
Oh, no, no.
up.
Actually, you are me and I am you because we're all connected. We are one. We're just all fragments of spirit, just having these experiences.
Yeah, we're all versions of each other.
Yeah, we are. I love that thought too. Don't you love that?
Mhm.
I love meeting me and other people.
Me too. That's why I love to watch judge shows because, like, they stand for fairness, and then you see all these different aspects of ego stepping up, and who thinks that they. I saw a guy come in and sue because he didn't get the prize that was given at the job, which was going to be I forgot what it was, but it was something so ridiculous. It had nothing to do really with reality. It was
Yeah,
just an incentive. It wasn't an actual prize, you know. I love all those versions of me.
yeah. You love seeing the fun news.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do too. Yeah, yeah. So I have a question for you. What drew you to the Angelic River family? Do you remember back when you found us?
Well, it was when the COVID started, and I started first of all seeing you where I knew it was Gerald Ann's background. So I remember saying, "Are you at Gerald Ann's?" And you wrote back, "Yeah." And then we started chatting a little bit, and then next thing you know, you and Gerald Ann were coming out, and we were doing coffee and and I was like, I love doing this, I love being seeing my river family. And you said, oh, we're gonna name it family, Angelic River Family. And
Yes,
then we were doing heart telephone, and then it kept growing and growing, and you all became my family. You
we
know,
are family.
you're my soulies. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And I love that you named what we do the heart telephone. That's just such a
What I keep
beautiful.
seeing in my head, because you're on this side and it's going all the way around, it's coming back again.
Yes, it's such a beautiful image. Because we all know what a telephone is. We know how that voice travels and then comes back to us in their voice. So I just love the whole image, and we are keeping that forever. It's ours now.
I just fit here. I just belong here. There was no thoughts about it. It happened.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad it did.
Yeah.
And then we ask you to moderate the group, to be one of them, along with Wendy and Diana. And I just love that it's such a positive group, and the moderators make sure that everything that goes in there is positive, so we stay uplifting and offer that to people, and let them have a safe place to come. There's so many groups that are not safe on the internet and on Facebook. People attack each other and say nasty things to each other.
I know.
Not our
The
group.
climate. That's the way it's been. The climate, but the last, well, for I guess ever. I mean, especially with politicians, all they do is cut each other down, you know. But I think with everything that's going on, things are changing, because what is there now has not. In fact, it didn't only not help; it made things worse. And I think anybody with connecting brain cells can see that. And it's about, like we spoke about, the grassroots, the groups of people getting together. They're marching now for equality, but it's more than that. It's morphed into something more than that. It's like it's just, what is going on is not acceptable in this new consciousness. We are in a new paradigm right now. This is no precedence have ever been here before. That's what we are
No,
doing right
Exactly.
It
No
is so
leader of
hard
any
now.
country.
No, we don't
Yeah.
have it. Well, we never did, but now it's just blatant. It was never for the people's best. And we're not haven't been a democracy. That is a joke. Ever since this whole the whole thing with the slavery and that is a stain on this. We've never been right, and it's about time we got that way.
Hmm.
2020, year of perfect vision. Here we are.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we all knew this was going to be a huge year in some way. We
Yes.
had no idea.
Yes. Well, I mean, prophecy spoke about this stuff. We knew the event was coming. We didn't know what, where, or how that was going to be. And then COVID happened. And then the second wave is okay. George Floyd happened. And now
Mhm.
look where we are. And this is, I mean, it sucks for a lot of people. There's a lot of pain out there, and I feel it.
Yeah.
But I see that, any kind of birth is painful. It's
Yes.
bloody. It's disgusting. It hurts. But you know what you get at the end of that?
Brand new life.
Yeah, that's what we're doing now.
It is. Yeah. And I love that, Deirdre. I love that. I hadn't thought of it that way, that it is bloody and it is painful. Yeah. I've
Yeah,
given birth. I know the pain of that.
yes.
Yeah.
The first time I got pregnant, I was just a kid. I was in high school. And I'm in the hospital waiting room thinking, well, how bad can the pain get?
Yeah.
Yeah. And 3 days later, my daughter is born, and I saw my reflection. I looked like The Exorcist. My hair was all like that. It was an experience.
Yeah, that would be to look at yourself. I don't think I had that, you know. I was like, no, no, no. uh, yeah, so I'm seeing that now. The and I felt that a few months ago, like there was a pregnancy.
Mm,
There was something coming, but
yeah.
I hadn't related like the birth part of it, and that is what we're in. It really is. Okay, what else we got? We have talkative people today. I am so happy to see that. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for sharing with each other and on the show as Deirdre and I talk. I wanted to chat with her and let you all get to know her. This is a first. This is the first that we're having some of you that we see every day out there in the chat and typing in the comments. So Deirdre is making history here at Angelic River Family as we get to know some of you a little better, and you get to see her beautiful face and hear her words and hear her laugh. I love to hear your laugh, Deirdre, and see your smile. It's just beautiful.
You're so sweet. Oh my God.
So you're the first,
I'm the
and we
first.
have others that are going to come on. I know
Who's coming up
Gabby.
tomorrow?
I believe that it's Gabby tomorrow morning. Gabby, tell
Mm.
me if I'm wrong because I don't have my calendar right in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that's who it is. And
Oh,
she
thank you.
texted me yesterday, and I believe that Jackson may be with her.
Oh,
Yeah, she's going to see if he'll come and be on camera. So we may get to meet two of our members tomorrow. We'll definitely get to meet Gabby and hopefully Jackson as well. I haven't seen him in the chat today, so I don't know if he's online with us. But I'm excited. And Gabby, please show us some of your paintings when you come on with us. I want
oh
to see
yeah.
those dragon paintings.
Yes, those are beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so not sure what Robert Dosa is asking. Let me see if I can scroll back here.
Luann says that I have a really nice energy coming through here, and she loves my New York accent. Thank you.
Oh, I do
Yeah.
too.
I have
Deirdre,
an accent.
I have never been to New York, but I've been around many New Yorkers. There's a lot of New York native New Yorkers down here in Florida, and
Oh,
I
okay.
do love the act. It's so distinguishable.
I don't see me as having an accent. That is so weird. I thought I sound like everybody, except for the people with the UK accents, like Wendy
Oh yeah, I love
and
Wendy,
Hope. Hope
Sharon,
has that nice.
Hope, and Hope just showed up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Folks in the house.
And Erica Hoppy says, "Where are you in New York?"
Staten Island.
Aha, that's where she is. Yeah, when I talk to you, it reminds me of my friend Roseanne Lombardo Heaton, that co-wrote one of my books with me. And we used to talk every day on the phone, and I just loved her accent. And you remind me, your voice even sounds a lot like hers. So I love talking to you because I get a good warm fuzzy feeling.
I'm glad I give you a warm, fuzzy feeling. That's,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I love this. Tammy Sanders said, "I pulled an affirmation card from the Life Loves You cards for everyone. It
Oh,
says, 'I welcome miracles into my life.'" Oh,
yes.
I love that.
Miracles. Yes. There are miracles going on all the time.
Absolutely. Yes, there are. Okay, so let's see. We're coming up on prayer request time. Oh my
Already?
gosh.
That went
Deirdre,
fast.
we just kind of flew by this time this morning.
Oh, wow. Well,
Okay.
thank you all for making it easy.
Yeah. So what is the me's? I think I missed something
Oh, so I
somewhere.
think Robert Dosa had put in something about if you're here, put me. I think that's what I saw. It
Oh,
went by and when I
oh,
was.
I love that. Yeah, I missed that comment. But yes, hi, all the people saying me. I see you. Yeah. And Gabby is responding to being open to speaking or opening up a conversation with the spirit that's there. And she says, "I'm scared though." And
Oh,
that is what, that's what blocks a lot of people from being able to do that, is the fear. So just be gentle with you. And if that's not for you to do, then you'll know that that's something that you're not at a place to do that.
well, maybe she
And
asked her
it's okay.
team to help.
I'm
Maybe.
sorry.
Maybe she asked her team to help, like calm her down.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Call in the angels for sure. Like, now that you know that that is something that's going on, always have Archangel Michael with you if you go to another part of the house, for sure. If you go there, as you go to sleep, ask the angels to watch over you while you sleep. I always do that, to watch over me, to help me to remember dreams, help me to just be in a good place as I'm sleeping and in that relaxed state.
Oh, I have a question.
Sure.
How about if she had you like this in her place? Could that work?
Absolutely. It
Why don't you do
absolutely
that?
does.
I mean, there I'm making plans for you.
I love that. No, no, thank you, because that is something that's possible, as we connect in our energy. Like, if I'm connected right now with you more than I would be with people that are in the chat, because I can feel your
Right.
energy more prominently,
Mhm.
I would be able to feel into what's going on around you as well. And I do energy healing that way. I do distance healing, distance mentoring, and working with people's energy. So, yeah, Deirdre, awesome. So there you go, Gabby. Bring me
Yeah,
to
Kathy.
bring me to your house. Didn't I say when I first was reading her comment, I want to be there. I want to see it.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the
What?
next best thing to flying over there. Let's connect energetically.
How else could you do it, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think this spirit is mean either. I don't get that she's mean. She's just trying to get your attention. Yeah.
Well, she
And
did that.
yeah, and maybe she has a huge message that she needs to get through.
Mm.
Because we found that a lot of times, somebody's trying to pass on a message, and I don't know what it could be, but it could be a message for you, Gabby, or for maybe other people who are going to be there in the house. So, yeah.
Yes, Gabby will get it figured out.
Yeah. And also, Wendy, I love your comment. She says, "It may be another energy who scratched you and not this person that
You
you're
know,
referring
maybe
to."
that one's there to protect her from that other one that scratched her.
Yeah. Yeah. There's all kinds of possibilities. And she
Mm.
says, "They want me to make contact. I know that." Okay.
Okay.
Well, Gabby, I'm open if you want to connect, and we can we can work on that. And she also says her son shot himself there. Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
jeez. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that happened.
Yeah. It sounds
Mm.
like there needs to be a lot of clearing in that house of the energy for sure.
Oh,
Okay, so what else we got before we get into our prayer? Because I see we were already into our prayer time, but I want to see if there were anybody that wanted to put prayers in. I know Prachetta asked about my brother in law. One of my brother in laws is in the hospital right now, and he's having a hard time breathing, so
oh no.
he's on the equipment that helps to do that. And please keep him lifted up in prayer. He was married to my sister who passed, I want to say 10 or 15 years ago.
Wow.
And they were married, they got married very young and stayed married her whole life. And he has
Oh,
never remarried. So, yeah, he's older. He's probably, I don't know exact, but probably approaching 90.
wow.
So he needs our prayers right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prachetta says prayers for the world to heal. Kindly pray for Prachir and Neil to be healthy, happy, and strong.
Yes, I love that. I just love the energy of Prachetta and Prachir. They just add so much, don't they, to our
Mm,
family?
yeah.
And Etta, I want to know when you can come on the camera with me.
Yes.
We want to get to know more about you and know you, just like we're doing with Deirdre today. I love that we're going to get to see some of your life. And Deirdre, this has been amazing to hear you today and just to see your beautiful energy. It is beautiful. It's warm. It's loving. It's open and accepting. And I love that. And I knew that from seeing you in the group and seeing you communicate with us. And I'm so glad I've gotten to know you better over the last few months. And, you've been in the classes and we've talked online and talked through Zoom.
It's been a blessing for
Yeah.
me.
Oh, I just love it. I love getting to know you, and now I love getting the family to know you more.
Yes,
Yes.
we are family.
Absolutely. And I love Sally's comment. She says, We are light workers. We, as light workers, are bringing light to the areas of the universe that needs healing. It needed to be brought to the forefront.
Yep.
Yeah, talking about the world today and all
Oh,
that's
yeah,
going on. Yeah,
definitely. When I became a light worker, I didn't know what that meant. I woke up 3 years ago knowing I was a light worker, but I had no idea what that meant
right.
until COVID happened. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm here for.
That
Just
is
to
what you're
go
here
out.
for. Absolutely. And I love Alyssa Shepard. Thank you for being with us. She says, Life is a never ending miracle.
It is.
Ah, yeah.
We are so blessed.
We are
You know what? Because
blessed.
we are in a paradigm where we know what we're doing. I mean, in our parents' time, it was okay for them to have a life, have a good job, maybe get a vacation once a year, and
Yeah,
then grow to retirement. And, that was it. That
yeah,
was their life. That was all they had to hope for. And they were
exactly.
happy doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's
I
so
know.
much more.
Yeah, yeah. It's a whole different world now. And Sally says she woke up in a funky, very tired mood today and would love to be lifted. So we will put you right in that circle,
Yeah.
Sally.
You'll be lifted, lifting,
Yeah. And
lift off, come in.
Diana says, I wake up, I breathe, miraculous event. I'm still here. I am loving life's tiny miracles. I say every morning when I wake up, thank you for another day.
Mm,
Thank you. I open my eyes. I'm alive to enjoy another day here in this lifetime. So giving that gratitude is so important.
yep.
Okay. So did you see any more prayer requests? Because we've been chatting and it's time for the prayers. Um
Just
I
kindly pray for Prachetta to be strong and resilient in this hour of crisis.
Yes.
For my mom to be our guiding angels always and be at peace. For
Yeah.
Terry, for Terry, ma'am, brother-in-law, for your brother-in-law and everyone on the Angelic River family group to be healthy, safe, and happy. Thank you, Pretia.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just saw Gabby's comment and I got chills. She says, I could do tomorrow morning from there, from that
Ooh,
farmhouse. Oh, yes.
yay!
That's a
Okay,
big yes, ma'am.
yay!
I
Oh,
love
yes.
that. Okay, so any more prayer requests? Gabby says, I'm putting in a prayer request in for whoever's energy is in the house and for me. Absolutely, Gabby, we're lifting you up.
Catherine Kovacs, prayers for me, feeling a little weak today.
Wendy says, prayers for a girl on my Facebook friends who 1 year old baby passed in a car crash 3 days ago.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
my gosh, yes, definitely lifting up that family. And Christina Leftwich, continue prayers for my friend Sue dealing with ovarian cancer. And I think I saw your post, Christina, that she started chemo treatments. So we'll definitely lift her up. And Edda's agreeing to come on with us,
All
Deirdre.
right,
Oh, I'm so
yay!
happy. And Sharon Boyle says, well done, Deirdre. Great show, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon Boyle. Okay, so any other prayer requests, just type them in because we are going to begin our meditation and our prayers. And Sharon Boyle, thank you for asking for prayers for my eye. It's still a little tender, although it feels so much better. And I go back on Monday to see the eye doctor for that the checkup after and let him see if there's any damage from the infection that had happened in the eye. So thank you for that. Okay, and Elisa's prayers for the confusion to leave the planet and for the truth to reign in everyone's minds and hearts.
Yes,
Let's go into our prayer time with that thought because I love that. I
yes.
love it. Thank you. And let's definitely lift up all of those that are on the planet right now. Everybody's feeling it.
Mm.
So let's lift everyone that's there. And hi to those that are jumping in. Mary Crincoli came on, a friend of mine. Oh, so let's just go into that centering breath. Just take a moment, put your hand over your heart because that brings your focus right into your heart center. And as you breathe in, envision that breath, that air that you're breathing in is full of love, full of that energy of what can fill us up with healing because that's what love does. It's a healing energy. So as you take that in, it's warm, it's inviting. Just feel it. Feel that in your heart space right now. That beautiful warmth as it sits in there in your lungs and says, I love you. I'm so happy to be in your heart. And then exhale out anything that's unlike love, anything that might have been sitting in there like anxiety or fear. Or maybe there was some anger. There's a lot of anger on the planet right now. So let's release anything for ourselves and for the collective that looks like anger. Anger has its place, it moves forward, it motivates, but we don't want to hold on to it and stay immersed in that energy. We want to release it with love so we know that next step going forward. So breathe in again the love. Let love be predominant in there because when we come from that place of love and that heart centered place, all those things that we want to see happen, all the change we want to see happen, will be a different energy. We'll be able to see more clearly. When we're mired by anger, it dims our vision. It doesn't let us see the big picture. But when we come from our heart and we come from love, everything opens up. and we're able to put forth a healing energy. And that's what our world needs right now, is that healing from each of us. So as we go into this meditation and this prayer, let that be all of our intention. We intend for what we're doing right now together in this moment to make an impact in a very heart-centered, loving way, to impact the hearts of everyone on the planet, that will be able to move out of anger and move into love. And sometimes we can't make that leap. We can't go directly from anger to love. So let's be gentle as we do this. Let's move out of anger maybe into allowance, and being gentle with ourselves. Say, it's okay that I'm mad. It's okay that I'm angry about things that have happened. I accept my anger. I appreciate my anger because it's lifting me to a place where I can see that I need to step up. I need to speak out. I need to do action. But I don't want to come from a low vibration. I want to come from a heart centered place, because if I come from the low anger place, I'm just adding to what's already out there. Let us all take a breath of love in and breathe that love out into the collective energy, breathing out an intention of peace to happen, that things will change, things will move around in our world in a peaceful way, not a destructive way. So breathe in that peace, that love, that light that comes from source energy, from God, that comes directly into our heart and ignites a flame there in our heart to lift us up, lifting each other. Just as Sally asked for, to be lifted up. Let's lift each other up right now. We are all feeling the energy of what's happening in our world, no matter where we are. This is global. This isn't one neighborhood or even one country. This is every country that's being affected by the energy right now. So let's ask the angels to come in. Let's ask the angels to really spread out over every country in our world, all the terrain that's inhabited, and whether that's inhabited by people, by animals, by nature, because everything has energy. We're asking for every energy to feel that effect, to feel the peace that can be brought forth. And we ask Archangel Raphael to come in with healing, to heal our hearts, heal our energy fields where that anxiety is, where the fear is of what's to come. It's the fear of the unknown that keeps us in that place of anger, that place of fear, that place of just not knowing what to do, feeling so lost. But once we can heal that fear and say, I choose to make a difference, I choose to be a voice for the voiceless, I choose to speak out, just as our beautiful Deirdre spoke out today with her thoughts in such a beautiful way. We can all do that. We can all lend our voice to what we see as making a difference, how we want to create our world. It takes all of us bonded together, wanting the same thing, wanting peace, love, cohesion. So let's set that intention with this prayer, that the angels will guide each of us in our own way to be a voice. And if we're inspired to take an action, there are many ways right now that we can get involved. many ways that we can add our energy to the collective energy to bring about the change we want to see in the world. So let's lift each other up and pray for strength and pray that our throat chakras will be open and we can add our voice to the collective. And now let's ask all the angels to look at our prayer requests. Look at everyone that was put in the center of our circle and everyone that's here gathered together. Let's place you in that circle as well. And those who aren't with us this morning that are normally here, let's lift them. Let's put Gerald Ann in the middle of that circle and love on her and send her so much love and light into her life. And I'm thinking of Carrie, who's usually here with us, and lifting her up. Any of the others that we normally see that aren't here, we have you. You're here energetically, and we're holding you up for a blessing today, for whatever is needed in your life, wherever you are. So let's ask now that God, the Creator, take all of these prayer requests. Just take them. Take our energy that we're giving forth, the energy of compassion, the energy of care, the energy of wanting to be touched, wanting to be healed, and bless each prayer request for the best and highest good in each individual's life. And bless our family, this angelic river family. Help us to be compassionate with each other in a higher way. We've been doing that from the very beginning. We've seen each other. Help us to lift that energy up to a higher place where we all know that we are equal and that we are loved and that we share the good times, we share the low times, we share in each other's burdens and our joys. And seeing each other in the light of love, in the light of being the same, coming from that same spark of the divine that we are. So much gratitude. The angels are helping us to have that in our heart right now before we go sharing it with each other. Just feel that gratitude, feel that love energy that says, I'm here, I'm in a family that cares, a family that sees us. That feels good. That feels warm. So, as we have lifted those burdens away and given them over to God, we feel lighter. And with that light energy, feeling the love in our hearts, let's share that with each other. Let's share a moment as Deirdre helps us to pass this heart telephone from one to another. I'm going to look to my left and envision someone standing there, one of you that are here with us, or those that are not here that are here energetically. And let's just tell that person right beside of you, I love you. Ready, Deirdre?
Yeah.
I
I
love
love
you.
you.
Mm, wow. And as it comes back around and fills your heart up with that love, let's just give it away. Give it to everyone that's here. A big group hug, big air hug, and feeling the energy of the angels as well. And let's just say to the group, first of all, thank you.
Mhm.
And then I love you. So, one, two, three.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I love you.
Love you. Ah,
Yay.
yes, yes. Celebrate. Give yourself a hug. That's from us. That's from us. Oh, thank you, Wendy. She says, thank you. I love you. Oh, what a blessing you all are. Deirdre, this has been awesome. You are such an amazing person.
Thank
And our time flew. It
It
really just flew by.
really did. Thank you for making it easy because I was a little stressed out to begin with.
Yes, yes. When we first connected, what a difference, right? From then
Right.
and now.
Yeah. Yes. You're
Yeah.
you're such a sweetheart.
Oh, so for the rest of them that are going to come on and sit in your chair where you are, what would you say to them?
It's gonna be awesome. When you connect with this woman and you feel all that love coming through, you won't want to leave.
Thank you. Thank you. And for those of you that were here with us today, give Deirdre some love and some applause because you did an awesome job. You really did. And I
Thank
know this is new to you to do this. You're not a pro that goes on all the time. And it's so good to see your face and to see you really open up to us and to not be afraid to speak out and not be afraid to say because that's you. That's how you are, and I know this. And I was so happy that you stepped up and you're going, I will, I'll be there.
How can I help? Yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting a lot of love. And Wendy says, well done, Deirdre.
Oh, thanks, Wendy. Well, you're gonna be up too someday, girl.
Someday. And Wendy, we keep you in our prayers every day for physical
Okay.
healing. I know your day's coming soon to go to the doctor and
Oh,
see
right. It's
that
a
result.
22nd, I think.
The 22nd,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, and Carol's saying you did great,
Thank
Deirdre.
you.
Rick is
Thank you.
thanking us.
Thank
And
everybody. Thank you so much. And so, Terry, are we ready? Are we ready?
we're so ready. So you let's do it. Go for it.
Okay. Namaste,
Namaste,
y'all.
y'all. Y'all have an awesome, wonderful rest of your day or night, wherever you may be. And don't forget to tune in to our Diana at 9:30. Go to the playground. She's amazing. Her meditations have lifted me many, many times out of the place where I needed that lifting. And so go, 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 be with her. Enlightened World Network. We got programs all day. So thank
All
you.
day.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow with Gabby at the farmhouse. You don't want
Yeah.
to miss this one. Bye, everybody.